Hello, my spankins, and I are the ghoul next door, your favorite ghoul fiend. I'm going to do another tarot card reading. Yep, I taped a couple on the same day. Same deck, same shirt. Yeah, I taped a couple on the same day. Okay. Take that one. I'll take that one. And we'll take that one. Okay, so we've got the Moon, the Knight of Swords, and the Lovers. Okay, so the Moon is a card of timing, of desires, of fears, of intuition, and of dreams. The could also be hidden enemies. The Knight of Swords, it's a card of rapid movement, but it's also all swords are communication, but it's thought. But it's also a card of running in without thinking things through, just barreling through there. The Lovers, that is a card of course, lovers and partnership and marriage and twin flames and soulmates, but it's also a card of choice. So, given the fact that we have the Moon and the Knight of Swords together, I think the first thing that I'm kind of thinking of here, is just going with your gut and running into whatever the situation may be and just barreling in there. And because this can represent choice, it's like, okay, we're going on our intuition and we're just going in, damning the consequences, not really thinking about it. We're making a choice without thinking it through. That's the first impression I'm getting here. Okay. We got the Devil, and this deck is called the Chateau Side, but it's the Devil card, and I'm putting that on top of the Moon. So the Devil card is a card about being bound to something, outdated ideas, obsessions, habits, just the negative side of our personalities. So with the Moon, that could be bringing out a fear of something, possibly even not trusting your intuition, but I'm not really picking that up. I'm kind of getting more the vibe of trying to break free of something. That's the image I'm kind of getting, is the idea of we're following our intuition and we're breaking free from our self-imposed restrictions. Why am I looking like this? Because oh, here we go. Take that one. I've seen too many readers who do this and they're looking at the cards and they have really fancy table. I don't have a fancy table. They have polished tables and they can see the cards. No, I'm looking right at the camera, dead eyes, so you know I'm not, okay, until it comes out. The Eight of Pentacles. I'm putting that on top of the Knight of Swords. And the Eight of Pentacles is a card of completing a cycle. It's also about timing and hobbies and hard work and having your hard work show up in a physical form. It can also be, it's about money. All the pentacles are about tangible physical stuff, but they're also about time. because we have the 8 and the moon, I say there's a timing issue going on here. Again, because we do have the night running in like a bat out of hell. I'm really wanting to see there might be a contract that needs to be signed. That would be a tangible thing. But contracts are also communication, right? But because we have the moon with the idea of timing, and contracts are a like a cycle for so long, I just have this image of the idea of someone signing a contract for something. I don't know what. That kind of fits too with the idea of breaking free of something, because if you had one contract and you didn't like the way it was going and you're renegotiating, you're breaking free from the old patterns and the old mindset. I thought it was going to fall out. Oh, there we go. Oh, we got 2. We got Temperance and the 2 of Wands. Okay, so these are going on top of the Lovers card, so it's going to look like this. So Temperance, it's about moderation, but it's also about balance. A giving and receiving. The 2 of Wands is about a choice, trying to decide on whether or not to go out into the world or to kind of stay and wait for the world to come to you. Which can bring in a bit of apprehension and fear, which also works in conjunction with these 2. So if you read these like this, it could be talking about fear. And remember, we've got the Knight, the Lovers, and the Moon. That's how we started. And I said it felt like following your intuition and just barreling through something, making that choice to not, like the choice of just going for it, whatever it is. The Lovers is also a card of balance. So you got 3 cards in a row about balance. Maybe balancing out your intuition with this fear or this outdated idea, something that's holding you back. With the 8 being about sometimes hobbies, you could be looking at, or work. You could be looking at changing your work habits, which would go perfectly in alignment with the idea I had coming off the cards, the vibe, the feeling, the thought, however you want to word it. Coming off the cards about signing a new contract. Maybe for something a little more balanced. Okay, let's get a clarifier on the Knight and the 8 of Pentacles. Ooh, okay, this one's sticking out. We have the Ace of Wands. Aces are new beginnings. Wands represent creativity and passion and movement. That makes perfect sense with the Knight, and ironically that's the row. More and more the idea of one contract ending in another contract starting is coming up. And now this doesn't necessarily mean like a job contract. This could be an agreement you've made with yourself about something, and you're coming to the end phase of the first half and you're going into the next phase. This could be a marriage contract, a relationship contract. This could be a business contract. I am wanting to say it's leaning more towards either a contract with yourself or a business contract, just because I keep seeing literally someone signing their name. We're looking for a card to go with these two. And I got a stack here. Let's see. Do I take these ones or do I take that one? Well, I have a feeling I'm meant to take them all. Okay, we've got the Queen of Swords. And then we have... Oh, I had more here than I thought. The Eight of Swords. The Chariot. The Four of Wands. The Hermit. And the Page of Swords. Whoa, okay. So right now, this all looks crazy. Okay. Oh my. So we'll start with the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords is about independence and separation and kind of cutting through the crap. As I said before, swords are communication and thought. Then we have the Eight of Swords, which is a card of fear, usually self-imposed fear, blocking yourself, sabotaging yourself. We have the Chariot, which is a card of movement, looking under the surface and having to work together on something. Two interests, two competing interests having to balance themselves out. Then we have the Four of Wands, which is Four of Wands is about foundations and buildings. It's also a love card. You'll lots of times hear readers say that it is a twin flame card. It's a marriage card. It is a card of building a foundation. We have the Hierophant. Sorry. No, the Hermit. Oh my God, it's the Hermit. Sorry. I don't know why that Freudian slip, but it is the Hermit. That is independence, thought, and wisdom. Wisdom you've kind of come to through trial and error. And the Page of Swords, which is messages, learning, and spying. Wow. There is so much going on here right now. I'm like feeling like I'm in a rush. And there's no reason for me to feel that way. But okay, I'm going to split these up into half here. Because we started off with these two in the pile, then we went, the next two were these, the Queen and the Eight. We have, okay, when you look at these three together, the Moon, the Devil, and the Eight of Swords, with the Eight being about self-imposed fears and self-sabotaging, that does work with the idea of fear. So you've got some fear going on here. What about? I'm not too sure. But remember, in between them is the Queen, and she's about standing on your own 2 feet, cutting through the crap, separation, confidence. Then we have over here the Chariot, the Four of Wands, the Hermit, and the Page of Swords. So you've got 3 cards of learning, of Yeah, wisdom and looking under the surface and having to work together. I'm drawn to the darker horse, the darker horse here, and how it's kind of in the forefront more so than the white one. Almost like it's trying to lead, but it can't lead. They have to work together. And then when you have these two together, there's clearly balance going on here. But because the one horse is, it's driving me nuts that this is like all I can see. It's like, it might as well have a neon sign around it. I keep just being drawn to it. I don't want to say that the foundation is weak, but I have this overwhelming desire to say that whatever the foundation is, there's fear that this foundation is weak. Ah, there we go. But we have two cards of independence. I really don't understand why, when I saw this card just now, I said the Hierophant. The Hierophant is a completely different looking card. But that's the energy I'm getting off it, even though it's the Hermit. I'm getting that the energy of structure. The energy of foundations and structure and the divine masculine, like structure. The word structure keeps coming back. And ironically, we go Queen, Knight, Page in order. All we're missing is the King. There is a very self-aware situation happening where if you think too much about it, you're going to end up self-sabotaging yourself. I don't know what the situation is, but again, I keep coming back to the idea of a contract ending and another contract beginning. A lot of people put this to, it is a card of spying, but a lot of people will put it to only being a card about spying, but it's not. It's a card about messages and learning something of information. I really want to say that there is a situation happening where we're on a time constraint, and it's like, I just, ever since I pulled out the last like 4 cards, it's just been like, I feel like I need to wrap it up. We're on it feels like we're on a time constraint, and a decision has to be made. And if you linger too long, you will talk yourself out of it. The foundations are good. The foundations are good. But you can't listen to anybody else. You've got to just go with your gut on this. I don't know what the situation is. I don't know who this is for. Whoever needed it. Just go full steam ahead. Okay, I'm going to wrap that up there. We're getting a little long, so I will see you in the next video. Until next time, creeping screams.